Guys, we have this beautiful brand new BMW X6M competition with us, and we're very excited to work on it, but there is some very bad news with this car. Unfortunately, someone has gotten to it first, and I wanted to show you the quality of this installation. This is disgusting. If this was done at home by a DIY guy, or if the owner of the car had a crack himself, no worries. We don't expect anything. This was taken to a BMW specialist. The customer paid money for this installation. It's horrid. What I want to do, I want to show you guys, look at this, they've tucked the wire in here. It's probably damaged not only the wire, but probably the rubber here as well. That's stuck on, has that been tucked? Okay, that's just been tucked underneath. There's already damage here and here on a brand new car. I'm not saying this to call anyone out, but you know, jobs should be, when you're paying for a job, it should be done properly. Check this out. So the camera was taken off because there was tint done, but there you go. So I haven't touched this yet. We're just pulling it apart now. And then the rear camera goes over here, so it's just been tucked underneath. Look at that. Very nice. Very good work. So what we're gonna do today is fix this installation, do it properly, and see how it looks when it's done. I was just looking for the wiring. What a lot of people do is they'll tuck it under the airbag, which is very bad, and we just found this. That is absolutely horrid. I'm in shock a little bit. Look at this. Look at this, you can see it here. It hasn't even been pulled out yet. Right in the B pillar there. Yeah, nice. Okay, so we're going to rerun all of this first and see what to do next. This is how you treat an X6M, guys. Shoes off. Okay, we're not going to use these, they're rubbish. Disgusting. You can do better than that. Ever want a trick to get a black view camera off? Heat is good, we're directly under the sun. And two, just twist left and right, and left, and right, left, and right, and left. There you go. And the tint is still protected. This has got tint on it, so we need to be careful with that. Okay, the first part of our installation is done. And that's completely removing the rear camera cable so we can run it properly. And now we're gonna remove now we're gonna remove the power cable. And I'm gonna guess that we'll just tuck that as well. Look at that. Good old tuckage. Oh, there we go. Look at this. This has been tucked the whole way along. Nice. At least it's easy to remove. So the power was coming from the back cigarette lighter. Not great for parking mode, but that's okay. Phase 2 of the operation is almost complete. We've almost removed the power cable, and then we could start fitting the whole thing properly. When we fit the cameras properly, I like to use firstly, the hardwire cable from the unit. So that way, I'll get there in a minute. You've got parking mode. Okay, so we've got a battery cable for the battery, an ignition wire, and a ground, which we run to the back of the car. That will run along the body. And then we've got the rear camera cable, which will also run properly. And basically, just plug them in. Get the cabling how you want it. So, sort of like that. Add a little bit of tape from here, and then I'll start running it. We are also doing this optional thing that Blackview sell. It's the LTE module for the DRX models. So if your camera has this little tiny plug in the back, the spare one, that's for the LTE module, and that's for cloud services. If you have any questions regarding that, just jump on the website and fill out the contact form. It's www.shoptfb.com. So the first step in putting these in is removing the panels, and that way you can run the cabling properly. Look at that. That is good. So believe it or not, you can actually run the wiring under the factory panels, right? They're all clipped in nicely, they're all as they were, and you've got your dash cam cables coming out right here, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's so clean, and then once that's on, it's like it's integrated. The time it took me just to do this probably took the other guys the same amount of time to fit the whole camera, but this way is a lot better. Okay, and if you're scared to pull apart an X6M, don't touch them. See those things? This is where you use them, behind the A-pillar where they're completely hidden. So now we've got the rear camera, which we're going to run to the back, and then we've got two extra cables here. Just pulled out of my little housing. One is power, and one is this LTE module, which is mounted right here. It's not going anywhere, and that's going to pick up great reception for cloud services. Next up, guys, we're going to run the rear cable to the back of the car. A tool like this is a great way to run the cabling up through the roof lining to the back, and we've taped it up in a nice fabric tape to keep it, stop any rattles. But this way you can get it above the airbag. You do not want to be running cables along the airbag underneath here. Terrible way to do it. You want to go above, behind the airbag, all the way to the back. And as you can see here, our cables are already looking much better, ready for the camera to pretty much just plug in and sit it right here. And then obviously we have to do the powers and stuff, but just to get you a look, looking a lot better. Okay guys, we've got the rear camera mounted, wiring running down here with the factory wiring through the grommet all the way to the front of the car. Placement, okay, now the reason for this is a light. So we have two options. We could run the cable on the outside of this and mount the camera here, which I think is ugly. Having the camera here, it will still get plenty of vision. You'll still see this side of the car because it's a wide angle lens. If you run the cable underneath this panel, during the day you'll see it because it's on the other side of the glass. It's an open cavity for the light. So you'll just see ugly cable coming through. Look crap. So this is the best way to do it. We'll get a photo, we'll insert a clip of how the rear camera looks to show you. It might look like it's on a slight angle now. It follows the curvature of the window. So when it's closed, it looks perfectly straight. And that's how you want it. So with the power cable that we removed from the rear section of the car, we've run that with the factory wiring alongside the passenger side of the body. It comes down through here. We've connected power up to the battery. Okay, so we've got direct battery power. That's the best way to do it. That's the fuse for it there. Running along here, we've used a ground point right there on the factory ground point, and we've added a fuse up here as well for ignition. So that's pretty much the wiring side of things done. So we'll get this back together, have a quick look at the rear camera. That's what we did with it. That is looking absolutely amazing. Just needs to be cleaned up, but for the wiring side of things, it's all done. And that is the system completely finished, guys. That is how a dash cam should look. The job that we saw earlier was rubbish, in my opinion. Even a DIYer could do a better job than that. It's not a dig at the company. You know, maybe they were rushing, maybe it was an apprentice, maybe, I don't know. There's no excuse, okay? It was just really bad. If you want to reach out to us, it's www.shoptfb.com. Fill out the contact form and you can obviously reach out to us. If the video was helpful at all, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.